See, what Suresh ji is saying, that security, he made a very important point. Years before, 5 years, 10 years before, we never used to care about so many things. But when the assault on individual freedom, assault on individual security started taking place at public places and all, then it was realized that the person who is actually affected, who is ultimate sufferer, he also had some role to play. And that is why the whole concept of security also needs to be seen in the overall context of changes which is taking place in the society.
And you have written a book also called Watch Out, which is kind of a handbook for safe living. From a police officer's perspective, what an individual citizen should do for his own safety and what are the precautions and alertness that he should have.
Yes, which could help him in preventing a lot of crime in the long run.
Are you seeing that alertness among Goans? What is your experience? Or we are too casual?
You see, I'll tell you, I will not like to offend the sensibility of
this is not,
anybody.
This is definitely not offend. This is something that a police officer should tell us very strongly.
I'm saying that we do need to have a more healthy attitude towards our security now. Because most of the time we think that probably this is someone else's responsibility only. We don't bring in ourselves. But I think that I told you that I will make a distinction between two levels of security. Security inside house. You see, policing inside house cannot be done by the police.
Correct.
All over the world, nowhere. There is no country in the world where at each and every doorstep there is a policeman.
Correct.
If that comes, it will be a police state. Let me tell you, that has not happened in most of the developed nations also. And over a period of time, most of these nations, US, UK, all these countries, they have realized, they have been forthcoming in involving citizens into that. So if it comes to a question of safety tips for the individuals for crimes which are taking place inside houses, the citizens have a very proactive role to play. I'll give you an example. I mean, years back, I come across citizens in Goa who used to tell me that 20 years back, 30 years back, we never used to lock our houses. It used
especially
to be so.
During pre-liberation day.
But we can't imagine the same scenario today.
Correct.
We have to lock our houses. We have to have some kind of a safety gadgets when we are moving out of this. And what we have done this time also, because last year when I was here, we were told that a lot of theft used to take place during the Chaturthi time.
Correct.
This time we had a brainstorming session with all our officers. We sensitized them about it.
Right.
We have restructured our patrolling pattern. This is what we have done on the part of the police. That on the street, see, preventing a crime on the street is a essential responsibility of police. We cannot escape that. We have restructured, we have reorganized that, keeping in view the Chaturthi festival. But simultaneously, we have also educated the citizens through security advisories, through advertisements. Yes, so that and if that awareness, and I'm told I'm getting some good feedback also about it, that citizens have said that okay, this time at least they have made us aware of certain things. They are telling this. So
what the aspect that sir is talking about is very crucial. That without that sensitization, no initiative of police can be successful.
Yes, very true. I mean, essential thing.
When you are trying to implement certain security measures, कारण तुमचे श्रीमंत गणेशोत्सव मंडळ अशें आता भितर जेन्ना तुमी ह्यो सगळ्यो गजाली घालपाक पळयतात, एटलीस्ट सर्टन मे बी 60%, 70% ऑफ इट इम्प्लिमेंट करपाक पळयतात, लोकांचो रिस्पॉन्स कसो आसता? People are receptive. काय चडशे जाणांची कितें रे कसली कटकट तुमगेल्यो, तुमी कितें चेकिंग करता आमकां, आमी गणपती पांय पडपाक आयल्यात, हो एटिट्यूड चड दिसता.
ना, पोलीस तशे लोकांक त्रास करिना.
न्ही तशें म्हणना, जेन्ना एक फ्रिस्किंग करप जाता.
ना, आतां फक्त कितें जाता, जेन्ना आमच्या पॅन्डलाच्या जे गणेश आमी पुजलोलो आसता, ते भितून जेन्ना एंट्री करता, त्या वेळाचेर ताका कोणें आडयलो न्ही, हो कोण रे म्हाका आरोपी, जेन्ना तो हो एटिट्यूड आसा आनी तो कोण पुलिसे कडेन झगडना, तो मंडळाच्या कमिटी कडेन झगडटा. तुम्ही ताका अशें सांगला, तुम्ही हे केला, तुम्ही ते केला, जेन्ना आमचेर आरोप येता, जेन्ना आमी सगळ्या लोकांक बरोबर घेवन वचपाचो प्रयत्न करता, त्या वेळाचेर असले आरोप सहन करप हे आमकां त्रास जाता न्ही. कित्याक आमकां सगळे लोक जाय आसता. कित्याक म्हापसा गणेश उत्सव जो खंयचो गणेश उत्सव मंडळ, सगळ्यांच्या लोकांच्या सहकार्यानूच आमी तो मंडळ फुडें व्हरपाक शकता. आयज जाल्यार कितें जातलें,
लोक त्या सेक्युरिटी मेजर्सा कडेन एक गरज आणि हे करप म्हाका देर इज नो प्रॉब्लेम इन फ्रिस्किंग मी ह्या एटिट्यूडांतल्यान पळयता की हू आर यू
तशें ते लोकांचे कितें जालां ते म्हाका आडयता म्हणजे कितें ही भावना हे आसा लोकांक जरी कितें आसा थोड्यांक कळना बाबा ती सेक्युरिटी जाय आमकां कित्याक थंय आयज अश्यो घटना घडटा पण लोकांक कोण आडयतलो आमी तरी सांगता पुलिसेक बाबा कोण येता असो आडो नाका कित्याक आमी थंय आसा आमी आयडेंटिफाय करता कित्याक आमी अनवळखी कोणाक घेवचेच ना भितून केन्ना न्ही कित्याक मंडळाचो कार्यकर्तो कोण आसा
म्हाका खरें सांगा जेन्ना तुमी सांगतात पुलिसेक की अमके एक रिलॅक्सेशन दियात म्हणून इज इट रियली पॉसिबल फॉर यू टू स्क्रीन ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन से की हो बाबा बरो मनीस आनी हो बाबा वायट मनीस वेन आर टेलिंग पुलीस की डोंट फ्रिस्क आमी पळयतात डोंट यू थिंक इट्स अ बिग रिस्क
ती घेवप मंडळाक ही रिस्क पण कितें आता सार्वजनीक म्हटल्यार काही रिस्क घेवची पडटा
बॅलन्सिंग
करूंक येता
हें बॅलन्सिंग परवडटा कारण पळय तांणी एक गजाल सांगली आमगेली गोंयकारांची तूं म्हाका हात लावपी कोण तूं म्हाका फ्रिस्क करपी कोण हो एटिट्यूड हें परवडटा आमकां
न्ही हें परवडूंक शकना कित्याक आमी फुडें कितें जातलें ताचो विचार करपाक जाय पॉप्युलिस्ट मेजर तो म्हाज्या वळखीचो ताका कोणी हात लावंक जायना हें सगळें बरें आहा म्हणटकूच आतां तुषार बाब जो आसा ही इज ऑल्सो ए जर्नलिस्ट म्हणटकूच ताची त्याच बरोबर जबाबदारी एज्युकेट करपाची आसा थ्रू हिज न्यूज पेपर नंबर 1 तो गोश्टी वेगळ्यो दवरया जेन्ना खंयची नवीन मेजर्स घेता न्ही तेन्ना असो इनिशियली अशे हिक्कप्स असतात फ्रिक्शन आसता विरोध आसतलोच आतां शॅक्स युअर बीच शॅक्स they are commercial establishments. Even they are opposing your CCTV and they are saying that government should provide. What is this? So
the problem is with our mentality.
आम्ही या बाबतीत खंयच्याच परिस्थितीत कॉम्प्रोमाइज करूंक जायना अशें म्हजें सामकें
सांगा तुमचो इतलो अनुभव आसा आमी गोंयकार स्वताक शिकिल्ले म्हणटात स्वताक सुजाण म्हणटात मागीर हो एटिट्यूड कित्याक
न्ही एट दी सेम टायम वी आर इन दी नॅशनल मेन स्ट्रीम नाव तेन्ना आमी वी आर ऑल्सो इनडिसिप्लिन लॉट तेन्ना असो मायल्ड जर आमी ताचेर एटिट्यूड घेतलो हें केन्नाच नेवर इट इज गोईंग टू
पण आमी कित्याक हो इतली सगळी कळटा आमकां सगळी गजाली खबर आहात
ना मराठीन म्हण आसा कळटे पण वळत नाही तशी ही परिस्थिती आहा
आनी सुशिक्षीत लोक जास्त त्रास करता
हांगा आमी
व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट
अशिक्षीत लोक आसता पळय तो मातसो भियेता पुलिशेक अरे पुलीस आसा थंय म्हाका कितें हांव बेश्टो आजनेर करूंक करना सुशिक्षीत लोक न्ही जास्त शाणपणां करूंक वयता जास्त आर्ग्युमेंट घालतात म्हणजे सुशिक्षित लोकांचो न्ही जास्त त्रास आसता
जास्त त्रास सुशिक्षित लोकांना
आसता
सर आपका भी यही एक्सपीरियंस है
I mean see our behavior same person who's here he would like to oppose so many things which we have been talking about the same person when he moves out of this country and if there are basic things which he has to observe he will think twice violating them why so it's a question of attitude you know
why
I think where we think I mean I'm telling you that it is very difficult for any individual to take blame on himself it's a psychology we would like if something has happened it's better to relegate it to someone else it happened because there is no police here there is no I mean one point one can agree okay this happened because I mean but I have a firm belief that what happens inside the house particularly I mean there are and because of certain
he made a very important point he said the problem is mostly from the educated lot and not from the educated lot the people who are opposing this frisking it is intellectual arrogance in a way
you know I mean they would question argue everything without realizing the implications of it
are you saying that they don't realize the implications the educated lot doesn't realize the
maybe at times we think that it is better I mean not to look at those sometimes it could be we try to ignore it I mean okay it's someone else why I mean this is not my job to do this
intellectual arrogance गोंयकारांचं intellectual arrogance
आम्ही इंटेलेक्च्युअल स्वतःक समजून घेता
आम्ही स्वतःक एक arrogance तयार करता
whether we are really intelligent or not I don't know
but we have arrogance
एक सांगात की गोंयच्या खंयच्या सार्वजनीक गणेशोत्सवान एका दिसाक 1 लाख लोक बी येतात भक्त आणि दर्शन घेतात अशें ना वॉट अबाउट लालबागचा राजा वॉट अबाउट दगडूशेठ हलवाई इन पुणे लॅक्स अँड लॅक्स पर डे हाऊ डू दे मॅनेज थंय इंटेलेक्च्युअल एरोगन्स ना थंय सुशिक्षित एवरीबडी इज इंटेलिजंट इंटेलेक्च्युअल देन सार्वजनीक गणेशोत्सव मंडळ गणेशोत्सव फक्त गोंयान आणि महाराष्ट्रातच आसा अशें ना दे आर ऑन व्हेरी लार्ज स्केल इन राजस्थान आय वॉज टोल्ड except UP, Bihar,
No,
perhaps.
even in Delhi, people
Yeah.
are celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi at a very large scale.
So problem आमच्या माइंडसेटाकडे आसा.
माइंडसेटाकडे आसा आणि
The
आमी
biggest problem of security is with our mindset.
आणि
I think
खंयच्या
that is
परिस्थितीत-
very true, very
That
true.
is it is not with police.
Yes,
It is not with
exactly.
trouble
No,
mongers.
you see, there are people.
He
He has given some very good examples.
Yeah.
You have areas, you have establishments. Over a period of time, they have realized their vulnerability in the wake of so many things which is happening in and around.
Correct.
And they have tuned themselves. They have not, they have made their premises very self-secured.
Correct.
On the street, of course, it's the police which is going,
Which
to,
is
do.
going to do.
But they have made their premises self by import. I'll tell you, I'll just give
Yeah,
you one
I'll
example.
take your final comments again. म्हाका लास्ट सांग, फाल्यां जर हो एज्युकेटेड किंवा जो सुशिक्षीत लॉट आसा जो येवन थंय दादागिरी करता आनी तूं कोण रे म्हाका हात लावपी म्हणटा, हो जर लॉट डिसिप्लिन जालो, तुमी खूब सुखी जातले आनी तुमकांय बी सेक्युरिटी मेजर्स चड बरे तरेन इम्प्लिमेंट करपाक बरें पडटलें.
खरेंच बरें पडटलें. प्रत्येकाने सहकार्य दिवंक जाय न्ही. कित्याक आसा जेन्ना आमी
तुमचेरय प्रेशर कमी आसता, लोकांक सांबाळून घेवपाचो प्रेशर कमी आसता.
आमचेर प्रेशर कमी जातलो आनी लोक व्यवस्थीत सगळे स्मूथ वयतले.
तो सुशिक्षितांनी सुशिक्षिता सारखे वागचे इतलीच मागणी.
सगळ्यांनी म्हणजे व्यवस्थीत वागचे. म्हणजे कितें आसा आनी आतां कितें जाता की तो कोणाक आडयलो, आतां कितें पॉलिटिकली कितें आसता, रोखडोच तो फोन येता, म्हाका तें हें करता तशें करता. आयज काही मंडळांनी राजकारण आसता, मागीर तें कितें राजकारण आड येता. म्हणजे आमच्या गोंयांत
सुशिक्षितांनी बेसिकली सुशिक्षित कशें वागपाक
वागोवंक
जाय,
जाय.
त्या विद्येच्या देवते कडेन वतना सुशिक्षितांनी सुशिक्षित कशें वागपाक जाय. सर फायनल
पण सगळेच सुशिक्षित करता तशें ना.
खबर आहा म्हाका, पण चडशे सुशिक्षित करतात.
काय करता
करप्यांमदीं चड सुशिक्षित आसता.
काही सुशिक्षित मात्र एकामेकाक सांगपाचो प्रयत्न करतात.
सर फायनल कमेंट्स. Almost a week is remaining now of the celebration. What is your message that you want to convey straight now? When such kind of things are happening.
I'll only, which I have shared before this, that we all have to develop an healthy attitude towards our security. We have to cooperate with police. We have to identify areas where our own proactive role in taking certain basic precautions can really prevent a lot of things to happen. And I would say it's the partnership of both the police alertness and the citizens alertness that will avert it.
Everybody will have to realize that it is my
Yes,
job.
exactly. I'll tell you, if you remember, one of the bomb blast near Connaught Place in Delhi was averted because of an alert rag picker who was able to locate something. You know, he could have easily avoided this.
He was not the sushikshit kind of
yes,
lot also.
and it was diffused in time and we could save so many lives.
Yeah.
So it's a question of why we have to look at it in a different perspective.
Yes.
Because our
why we
life
have to
has
look at security as somebody else is imposing it upon us.
Yes. Secondly, we should also be more concerned about it because things are changing.
Yeah. And we have to keep that reality
yes,
in mind.
Exactly.
So हाजेर आमी सोपयतात सगळ्यात महत्वाचे मुद्दो पुलिसेचे काम न्ही. पुलिसेचे काम आसाच, पुलीस ते काम करतात, बट अनलेस अँड अंटील आमचे मदलो प्रत्येक नागरीक सेक्युरिटी आणि सुरक्षा हे आपले कर्तव्य म्हणून मानना तोपर्यंत केन्नाच कसलोच इन्सिडंट जावचो ना हाची खबरदारी कोणूच घेवपाक शकना. दिस इज द मेसेज. तुम्ही तिघे जाण आयले आणि मत म्हणली. सर थँक्स अ लॉट. पळयत रावात प्रुडंट. नमस्कार.